Sound is on, vibration is on. Normal. Area A1, get ready. Is the sound... Oh my... No. No! Why? Why? Can you, like, lean your head down just a little bit? I mean, I'm sure you're in an optimistic mood, but you really seem to be, really looking straight up in the air. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Warning. Okay. How do I shoot, though? How do I shoot? How do I shoot, though? How do I shoot? Am I shooting? I don't think I'm shooting. How do I shoot? How do I shoot, though? It's face when you're 6'1", says Nettie. It's possible that this game requires a, like the actual phone pad rather than just the arrow keys, and I don't have my numpad plugged in, so let me plug in a numpad and see if that allows me to shoot. How do I shoot, though? You're not the usual main character. You're a cousin played by Andre the Giant, says no go in chat. Please help me. Please help me. Please help me. I was expecting them to reuse the confidential report engine, but Capcom delivered so much more, says Nettie in chat. Lies, Nettie in chat. Now, it's possible that I am basically suffering from game for wrong phone syndrome, because sometimes the controls, like, the issue will be that it's the wrong phone, but well, let's look at the instructions. Fine. What do you mean select? Okay, so not in battle, up, down, left, and right to move, and select to display map? What do you mean select? In battle, select is fire, as in, like, the center key. Okay, I suspect that I've got a version for the wrong engine, which is a problem I can solve, but we're just gonna have to vamp for a bit while I solve it. So far, it looks identical. Ooh, no, it's definitely not identical because that button does something now. Okay, we might have a working version. Could you just look a little bit further down? Just lean your... You know what's happening is that, like, the actual... your perspective is this, but for some reason it's just blocked off like the top. Well, at least I have a mini-map in this hellscape. Just, like, really angle your head a little bit. Just a wee bit further. I still can't shoot. I'm pressing the select button, which is the shoot button. I still can't shoot. Why can't I shoot? What's happening? It said 5 or select. It said Nettie. Yeah, and I'm using the select button, which is the map button. Here's 5. Still no sound, yeah. Everything is going extremely good so far. Don't you worry about the fact that the size is wrong now. Okay, what? How can my perspective be even more busted? What is happening? Okay, wait. This one clearly needs to run on a system that actually has the right screen size. So let me change my emulator screen size. Bear in mind, I have played a lot of Java games. Like, I have played a lot of these, the Java phone games. So even though it may seem like it's probably just me effing up, there's a distinct possibility that the game is just utterly busted. But look, I can see. I can fight. I have a guess as to what's happening, and I'm gonna wait until... I still can't shoot. Oh, I can shoot! Okay, I think what's happening is that the other games were mislabeled for their screen size, and the, like, aiming and shooting mechanic doesn't work well if your screen size isn't what it was supposed to be. Well, I managed to shoot one of them. This is quite the Dino Crisis. Can I do anything about my life? My life seems to be in major trouble, and there doesn't seem to be much I can do about that fact. Menu, sound, I promise you, is extremely on. I wonder, actually, let me... One second. No, it's just silent. It's just one of those silent games. It's just one of those games that says it has sound, and it's a liar. You just have to accept that sometimes games lie about having sounds. Now the fundamentals have been fixed, now it's all a matter of fighting with these controls, says Sonic in chat. The best controls. Oh my god. Shoot. Hopefully the vibration works, says Sonic. Nothing works. Oh my god, it's such crap. I survived, barely. It's like wizardry with guns, says Nettie. Who, rarely would I defend wizardry, but no, this is much worse. Want footage in the finest gaming has to offer, then come over to Y'all Weasel's channel, says Nogo. Doesn't get much better than this. So is it just hopeless? I can't do anything about my life? I can save. Did I save? I might have pressed back. There we go. So I saved. Time to die. I feel like I'm just going down the same hallway over and over again. Oh, so it's Doom, says Lord Apkin chat. Yep. What actually it is. This does almost seem like they saw Doom RPG and went, we can do that. Oh, come on. Man, like once they start jumping, they just do hit you. Is there truly nothing I can do about my health? Anybody played the original Dino Crisis? If you had any guess, what would I do to live? What do I do to live though? How live? How do I live? Well, time to die. By the way, you can't really move your controller immediately after shooting. This is a completely different game, says Nogo. I am shocked by that fact. Wait! We started with 5% health! Dino Crisis is more like the old Resident Evil, except with Dino, says Nogo. And this isn't that? This seems to be exactly that to me. I was so shooting. I was so shooting you. Well, this game might be utterly impossible. And easy mode. I mean, why does it have a sound option if there's just absolutely no sound whatsoever? I want to know. I want to understand. I suddenly can't shoot. Am I getting too panicky? Do I need to, like, move? Oh, okay. I think, like, when you press, it moves a certain distance. It's not like smooth controls. It's like you press left and it slides left a bit. But then if you attack while it's sliding, you don't attack or something. I don't know what's happening. I don't understand it. I don't understand what's happening at all. Now, it just might be possible, and I don't want to, prejudge, but it might be possible that this is not a very good game. Oh my god, let me... Again, don't want to prejudge, but it may very well be that among all of the games that exist, this isn't one of the good ones. Stage map displays every room on the map. Well, that was just mandatory. What are you? It's a T-Rex or something. And the other jerk is still behind the T-Rex, still spitting at me. Very annoying. Imagine at the original Dino Crisis, every time you kill or escape a dino, a screen interrupts the game saying, "You survived," says Nihongo in chat. Is that not how the original game works? I assume that this was a one-per-one faithful recreation of the original. We need to find the card key. Have you ever experienced a Java game that was genuinely unbeatable through difficulty or horrible programming, says Sonic in chat? I think we might be experiencing that right now. So it was a bootleg, but there was a bootleg of Diablo? There was a bootleg that used the name Diablo, or Diablo 2 or something, that was in Russian, and Speclad was kind enough to translate the entire game, and as far as we can tell, it's just straight up busted and unbeatable. I don't see anything in this room. But in terms of non-bootlegs, no, I think they've all been beatable. They've been quite bad. There's been some real stinkers in there. Why am I not shooting? I just don't seem to be shooting anymore. Russian bootlegs are always wildly ambitious and completely unfinished, says Nettie in chat. I can believe that. Sure. Out of ammo, asked Nihongo. I mean, I don't seem to have ammo. Dino Crisis Java ears perked up and said, "I shall be the first unbeatable one," says Sonic in chat. Well, now that I slightly understand what the point is, like what the actual game is, I'm not convinced that it's not beatable. I'm not convinced that it's beatable. Displays all items on the map. Okay. I seem to be getting absolutely everything except the thing I need. Well, apparently I'm going to this room first. Oh, great, a T-Rex. Surprisingly not that threatening, the T-Rex. What do you mean it restores 50% of my energy? I can't even figure out how to use any energy. This isn't a Java version of Dino Crisis. This is a Java version of the SNES version of Jurassic Park with the top-down third-person person moved, says Doggo in chat. Maybe it is that. I know that game well. My brother was obsessed with that game for some reason. Well, because he liked Jurassic Park is the reason, and, you know, when you're a Ute, you don't know any better. Of course, it's the very last thing I got. Why wouldn't it be? Yeah, you're damned right I survived that. I beat the shit out of that area. Or out of that interaction, whatever. Dino Crisis averted. Area A2. Oh, Area A1 cleared. Time 4 minutes 49 seconds. Accuracy 71%. Grade B+. Devs was like, there will never be a Java port. I'll go in chat. Thankfully, there's infinite save, so save's coming as possible, says Sonic in chat. Area A2, get ready. I couldn't be less ready. Yeah, of course. Well, we already found the exit. Yes. And once again, the T-Rex is in the way of the... Oh, the T-Rex is beating the crap out of me. The T-Rex is in the way of the enemy I would really rather be shooting. So the exit is on the south wall of this area. Does this room just have no entrance? Is it not really a room? This might be one of the worst games I've ever played. I have played some grade A garbage, but this takes several cakes. Follow the left wall is coming in clutch in Sonic in chat. You are incorrect. Following the left wall is doing absolutely nothing for me here. You say that every time you play a Java game, says Sonic in chat. I don't think I do. Well, maybe I do. I mean, a lot of the Java games are real bad, but this has taken all cake. I mean, every cake that has ever been made has been taken by this game. It's just, Lex Luthor took 40 cakes, and that's terrible. And then he made Dino Crisis for Java phones. The response to Jurassic Park port on Java, nature finds a way, says Nogo in chat. Nature, Satan, whatever. Even by the standards of these horrible 3D maps, I find this one really difficult to navigate. It was 50% of my energy. If only I could figure out how to use energy. Like, honestly, how was I meant to get all of those? I think the answer is you don't. It's not possible. Menu button asks Sonic in chat of something. If anyone got this as a Christmas gift, it would most certainly be a gift from Krampus. No, go in chat. You mean best game ever made? Oh, no, wait, your energy is already full. So, yeah, that's the thing, is I can't figure out how to use energy. It's not that I can't figure out how to gain energy. I don't know how to use it. I don't know what it's for. Well, I'm doing a bad job against that group. Okay, I have the card key. I don't need anything else. I wonder if the areas always have the same layout, so it doesn't actually... Like, you could just speedrun it by figuring out where to go in an area, and you wouldn't have that many, battles to do. Well, I certainly survived that. Look at that, we beat Area A2. On to Area A3. Why does this game have a sound option with no sound? Can't wait to find the dedicated player to learn the strats in this game. Sonic in chat. Yeah, speedrunning time. Getting Java games for Christmas is such a sad image, says Nettie in chat. Particularly because it's unclear how that would even work, since, generally speaking, they were, like, bought online and downloaded on the phone. Okay, it's against the east wall this time. Wait, A3 says no, go chat. Oh no. Yeah, exactly. There's gonna be B, it'll go all the way up to Z9. Z9. Those enemies are just lame. They're just extremely lame and terrible. Z9.5 says no, go chat. Surprisingly useless, that particular thingy. Warning. Okay, so these, I think, like, you need to shoot above their head. Is that what's happening? Like, I keep trying to aim at them, but you're still supposed to shoot vaguely near them. There's something indescribable about the battle sequences. It's just like, it's just broken. Like, it's just very badly implemented in a way that probably makes it seem like I'm even worse than I am. I think the sensor is probably worth saving for. Great. I mean, in terms of the basic controls of the game are straight up broken. This game is really busted. Card key. Okay, so we save and we just go to the appropriate wall, which is the east wall. No, do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Emergency warning. What? Oh, boss fight time. This boss only, it just comes right at you. Well, whatever that said. Okay, so there are 3 sub-areas in each area. Ooh, different walls. Why is there no sound? B for blue, says Nohogo. Yep, and it was A for Azure before. A was Adobe. Oh, that's true. That's true, Nettie, it was. Don't press so fast. It won't let you fire that fast. Don't try to fire faster than the game actually lets you. I think that's in this room. Yeah. Great time to get the medicine. Can't wait for R1. That's when you enter the portal to hell, says no go chat. Surely there are some hellish colors before red. B for brimstone. Is that a color? I don't think it is. Wait, we're in B. I don't understand the controls at all. I just don't. Better hope C does not stand for cyan, says Nettie in chat. That's the that means it's sky, so we're finally free. Oh, this is not at all the direction I thought I was facing. C for crimson. There you go. Didn't I already get that? I guess they can have repeat items. Nothing said they can't. I survived, but I won't survive just the experience of playing this game. Just existentially playing this game will bring me to a very dark place. D for Dino Crisis, says no go. So what, it'll be Dino Crisis colored? Okay, card key acquired. One problem. This time I don't know which wall has the exit. So I just got to go around the entire periphery. This game just mocked you with normal. Nothing is normal here, says Sonic Chat. Well, you know, it's a kind of normal. I can't even tell if I'm on the periphery wall. God, what a good game. So, like, there are different ways the games can be terrible, and this is the actual underlying mechanics of the game are just not implemented very well, kind of terrible. It's a rareable terrible for it to just, like, not be, like, it just isn't put together correctly. Yeah, go away, T-Rex. Thank you, I survived, I know. And we're done. You went from, this is hands down the worst game I've ever played, to, it's kind of normal real quick, says Sonic in chat. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. What? I don't know what I said that might have suggested that I didn't think this was among the worst games I've ever played, but this is still among the worst games I've ever played. Just because, like, regardless of whether the idea is good or not, and it isn't, the actual, like, the putting together of the game was not done well. Like, they didn't succeed in building the game they tried to build at all. Setting aside the fact that the game they tried to build was a bad game they shouldn't have tried to build. So I was fighting you as a boss. Oh, great. So you just keep coming, huh? And I had to shoot you more than once. Great. Cool. Thank you. Thank you, video game. It's even the maze is like, and this is a weird thing for me to say, but it's inadequately maze-like. What? They were behind the walls! Do you see how literally every aspect of this game is just the worst? It's just, like, not even well implemented as a game. Great, it restores 100% of my energy. How do I energy? How do I use energy, though? They were behind the wall. They were behind the wall. Of course they were behind. Why wouldn't they be behind the wall? He who waits behind the wall. This is still one of the games of all time, says Noongo. That's true. That you can't take that away from it. That was it? Even, like, the implementation of just the, you know, like, scaling of battles, or, you know, that sometimes it's hard, and, like, even that is just, like, inexcusably busted. Cool, thanks. Is the bottom right room, does it have no door? Is that just like is that the cask of Amontillado in there? The cask of whatever, that Poe. I think that was Edgar Allan Poe. Is that Edgar Allan Poe? This is a nice version of Dino Crisis. They let you properly get emotionally ready for a battle instead of being jumped by a dinos. Oh, good chat. Yes, that is technically true. I think I've been, neither of these rooms, so try this one first. Get attacked by dinosaurs. Great, who are beyond the wall again. Super cool, thank you, video game. I like when my enemies are beyond walls and I can't see them, but they can see me somehow. That's good. You know it's a good video game when your enemies are beyond the wall. Keycard, okay. No more thinking, only leaving. Got an A on that area. Now, I'll tell you what, it's 3:57. Well, you know what, fine, let's do Area B3. Worst case scenario, I go slightly over. Great, perfect. Well, I can leave that there, so that's nice. I heard they wanted to do the same thing with Dino Crisis they did with Resident Evil 7, but then they saw this as, no, go in chat. Someone will understand that joke. Unfortunately for you, that someone is not me. I just missed utterly there. What are you? You're a new jerk. I seem to have lost the ability to actually shoot at all. What? They're just like flashing all over the screen at this point. I survived, arguably. Resident Evil 7 is the first one that was first person, says no. I go, they figured it would end up like this, huh? Well, you know, they were right. You're taking significantly less damage, thankfully, says Sonic. I mean, because I'm learning how to do this, I'm now ultra skilled at this video game. Good demonstration, always. Bravo. Really well done. There's nothing. Oh, no, there's something in here. It restores 100% of my energy. If only I even knew how to use my energy. Survivor was the first-person shooter, says Sonic, of the reality TV show Survivor. You know, is a pro gamer at Dino Crisis for Java, and his name will go down in legend for generations, says Noago. I mean, at this point, I probably am the best player of this game ever, insofar as no one ever actually wanted to play this game, and any child who actually got it for their phone would have given up after about 4 seconds. I think that the moment they've started running at you, like, it's simply too late. It's similar to the spit. Why am I not shooting? Shoot, please. I don't understand. I don't understand. You're probably the only player that has been in Legends to play this to completion. I haven't played it to completion yet. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. This is an empty room. With these dudes, you have to just focus on one at a time. Completely restores your health when you run out. Interesting. Card key obtained. Okay, it's the east door, but you have to go around a bunch of crap first. And get attacked. Forgot to save with the card key. Funny how the last proper Dino Crisis was in 2004. Capcom really thought in 2007, oh, let's revive the series with our Java teams, Sonic and chat. And what an excellent job they did of it, too. Emergency warning. I thought for a second that this time it could actually move, but no, doesn't seem keen on doing that. Great, cool. We're gonna go ahead and save. I suspect that there's really not that much game left, so I am going to start a new poll. And next time we'll probably finish this game and run yet another poll. Yeah, there's no... I'm pressing down. There's nothing else. I fully expect this playthrough to have a 9 moment, says Spec that in chat. I've read the instructions. This is it. This is all. When does this game actually end, asked Van Whitman? I guess that we're gonna have to discover that. We're gonna discover that in real time. Have you actually tried pressing 9? I don't know if it'll work if I don't have an actual numpad, so let me plug in my numpad and press 9 on the numpad. Get the microphone out of the way so I can plug it in. 9, 1. Yeah, none of the diagonals do anything. The sort of arrow directional or the buttons that would be arrow directional do exactly what you think they do, but the diagonals do nothing. What a shame, says Specklad. It also, it could be that something happens in battle, but this game basically discourages you from trying to do anything in battle. Because there's also, there's this stuff on the right. I don't know what that is. But it all seems inaccessible. The lack of weapons suggests you're not far into the game, says Nettie in chat. But it also could suggest that this is just not a very good game. Okay, looks like I'm just gonna have to focus on the T-Rex. I survived. You do know what they are. Top is a portable medkit, bottom is the card key. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. In the portable medkit, it's just like when you die, it gets used. It's not, it's not something that you actually click on. I remember it saying that. Now, you said that I know. What you mean is that I could know. Okay, we've got the sensor. I do want to, because this game is profoundly boring. While I am failing at it, I'm going to describe in what way this is the worst game I've ever played. So, you're right that I do often say this is the worst game I've ever played. Here's the critical distinction. All good games are the same. Every terrible game is terrible in its own unique way, to quote Anna Karenina. So, this game is terrible insofar as it is just not a complete game. I feel like, where's the game part? You forgot to implement you didn't do the game. You did not implement the game. Stop just, and other games, often it's like, the game is bad, but it's there. But look at the sprite scaling on that T-Rex, says Nettie in chat. Yeah, that's why it's great. Excellent comparison, Specklad. Excellent comparison. Okay, wait, because I have energy. So, what am I missing? There has to be something here. You're right. There must be a 9 moment, because if I have energy, I haven't figured out how to use energy, but, there's no other controls. Maybe there's, a turbo mode that uses energy, suggests Specklad. Oh, because I am playing on the easiest difficulty. Maybe the more difficulty, they also give you more stuff for some reason? That's not inconceivable. Part of what's easy about easy mode is that you don't have to think, because they only give you one weapon to play with. Use that immediately, and remember to actually save for once. You only get other weapons in New Game Plus. You don't even deserve music on easy mode, says Nettie in chat. Okay, I get it. Thank you. Warning. I've never seen you before. Some spitty monster. So what are you going to say about Pocket Kingdom, Aspect Lad? So sorry, I got distracted. Pocket Kingdom is, it is certainly terrible in a marginally different way, but actually they have very similar characteristics of terribleness, that it just feels like, where's the game? But nothing in so Pocket Kingdom was a bad idea done well. This is a mediocre idea done badly. See the distinction I made there? That was a bad idea, but it was actually implemented fine. It was just never going to be good or fun because it was not a good idea for a video game. This, you could imagine a fun game in here. This just isn't it. We're just not experiencing that. Oh my, stop! But y'all are right that there has to be something else This is not even fun Wii, says Van in chat. There has to be something I'm missing, because there's no way... Okay, there's the card key. There's no way that the game is just this... Like, it has an energy bar that I cannot for the life of me figure out how to use. But we looked at the controls. That was it. That was all there were no more controls. I'm gonna get out my my numpad again, plug it in, and just like next time I'm in a battle, see if there's some use for the corner buttons there. I doubt it, but like maybe, I don't frickin' know. I've flipped the game upside down somehow. Okay. Apparently that's something that this emulator can do. It makes sense. It makes sense for what it's trying to be. Sure, this isn't a game that just goes to level 999, all you do is shoot and it loops back to level 1, says Van Whitman in chat. Am I sure of that? No. But given that it has bosses between the stages, I doubt it. I suspect that this game does have an end. Whether we're going to see that end before we see our own end, I don't know. Thank you, Bit. This is what it thinks. This is what AI thinks my actual real hair looks like, so... I'm hoping that there are 9 stages, only because I don't want to live in a world where there's more. What F am I looking at, says Joey in chat. Clay tubing. Clay tubing is what you're looking at. I am the world's first clay tuber. Going along that old wall, that's not a good idea. This is art, Bit, I agree. Pressing the other buttons doesn't do anything. Yeah, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything. None of the other buttons do anything. Clicky clicky, all the other buttons. Clicky click. None of the other buttons do anything. There's nothing. This game has no features. It has an energy bar that does. I don't understand. Is this Doom running on a pregnancy test? Asked Jared. No, that's a much better game. Sensor. Once again, we got the sensor first. Those dinos look like they're going, hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime doll. Thank you, Van Whitman. At least with Doom, if you get mad, you can pee on it, says Becklot in chat. That, well, with that particular... I mean, I guess, technically, you can pee on any game that is physically manifest. I'm going to assume that this is the same room as that. Don't let the T-Rex get ya. All the other dinosaurs are irrelevant. Just don't let the T-Rex get ya. Probably don't want to drench your feature phone, says Becklot in chat. Define want. The temperature of my computer seems to have leveled out, and it is uncomfortably warm, but it's not actually cooking me. I'm not actually being cooked by my computer right now, so that's nice. I mean, if there were any items that I wanted to get first, then the map and the sensor... Huh. Oh. So I didn't miss anything, it's just that it takes that long for it to offer you another weapon. Area C2, and now the Vulcans are helping me. Weapon exchange. What? Okay, I see, I understand. YouTuber so if you hear about somebody getting cooked by their computer in Ontario, you know that that's me. that will be the real that's the identity reveal. There it is, and that's how the energy tank works, and that's how okay, I understand the entire game now. So how do you switch? Asks Speclad. Switch what? Like switch prompts? Oh, how do you switch weapons? So there's a left soft key and a right soft key on all feature phones. So the reason why it shows weapon to the lower right is that it's telling you to use the right soft key to go to the weapons menu. Yeah. More like apartment fire caused by suspected Ethereum mining operations, says Nedia Chat. Oh god, I'm getting Vulcans. Vulcans, save me! No, Vulcans! I mean, the weapon is doing better, but it's just increased my ennui, so... That's nice. I don't mind that one iota. This is the first time in my YouTube career that I've been able to scratch my head. Are we sure this AI ain't mining on Y'all Weasel's computer, as Van Whitman? Well, I wrote it, so yeah. just to be clear, I mean, it's just using, like, the open source Hugging Face transformers. It's not like I wrote everything, but I did, like... The reason I'm the first clay tuber is because I built this. Oh, thanks. It's this again, where they can just be behind the wall. Why do I consider this game to not be a complete game? Oh yeah, because of shit like that. Already obtained. Well, that was a waste of time. I'm gonna go left, which means the top left is going to be, like, I'm gonna go to my left, i.e. to the bottom left of the map, which means the top left is where the key is gonna be. 100% chance. Oh my god! We probably need a weasel coin icon for Twitch. This is Van Whitman in chat. I found years ago a what's the word I'm looking for? A stock photo of, like, a real physical existing coin. Oh my god, I hate Twitch. I just hate Twitch. Okay, somebody needs to be banned. It's an off remake of a bot. Just a very off, broken remake. I don't remember whether I finished my save because I got angry. There we go. Okay, save definitely actually saved now. Or is offer the British spelling? Terrible, Specklad. Terrible. Just focus on the one you've already shot at. Don't focus on the new one. Croatian currency is Martins like the animal, says Nettie in chat. Oh, was it? Okay, was it Croatian money that I found? Because Martins are, I mean, they're mustelids, so they certainly look a lot like weasels. They're in the weasel family. And, you know, when it's stylized on coinage, Croatian currency is euro, points out Specklad. The energy refills itself real quick, so it seems pointless. Like, that is I guess I am in easy mode. Fine. So I was gonna say, like, that's a way that this game is broken that makes it too easy. Like, it's not that this game is broken in an impossible sense, it's just that it's out and out broken, but that could be an easy mode thing. I could easily believe that. Area C3, do I get to keep my Vulcan laser, or will the Vulcans take it back again? Oh, I got to keep my Vulcan laser. Thanks, Vulcans. I don't know what else how else am I meant to interpret the Vulcan laser weapon? Wonder if Croatian Euros use Martin imagery on any of the coins, says Nettie in chat. We can only hope and pray. Is there nothing in this room? There is nothing in this room. Vulcan the Roman god, asks Specklad? How dare you? The only mythology I need is Star Trek. Now, admittedly, it is mostly just Roman mythology in space. They have the Romulans and the Remans, so... I don't really need 100% of my health right now. I'm at 98% of my health. I will just not remember that that's there next time I might need it. Save me, Vulcans! Save me, Vulcans! Vulcans! I survived. And yet the Romulans don't worship Vulcan, says Specklad in chat. Lice. All I can find is every kind of medicine in the known universe. Hate it when you open a door and the floor disappears, says Specklad. I hate that too. Well, I got the card key, but I don't know where the door is. I wonder if my best bet is to just run straight for the walls and sort of run around the entire periphery. Probably. I gotta try that. Hey, yeah. Oh, it's right. Done. Well, that level just sort of handed itself to me. Okay, we got a boss. It's boss time. Emergency warning. Save me, Vulcans! Luckily, he can't move. Mission accomplished. That's the end. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. That's definitely the end of the game. Reached the third energy reactor of the research lab and succeeded in stopping the reactor. However, unable to confirm any survivors because you were in lame easy mode. End of report. For now. Congratulations. Thank you for playing. Thank you for playing. See you next mission. Wait, to play on a harder difficulty to get more content, suspect that? I doubt that. I suspect that it just gives you a different story at the end. That it's like, you saved this many people or such. But I'm not playing through again. That's not happening. That's not it's just not going to occur. So if you thought that we were gonna do that, I don't know who you thought you were watching. Not Yahweh's.